Hey, Shawn here from Chordistry.com. Today we're going to take a look at Tori Kelly's I Was Made for Loving You featuring Ed Sheeran. It's a great acoustic guitar song, a lot of finger picking, a lot of cool chord progressions, some time signature stuff happening too. But this particular video is only going to be for that very short but very intense intro. So we're only going to be doing like the first 15 seconds of the song in this video. It might take us 10, 12 minutes to do. So in the next video, part 2 of this lesson, we're going to look at the rest of the song and a simplified version of this intro in case this is a bit too much for you at the moment. Okay, we got a capo on fret 2 today, and if you check the description, you can find a link to the tabs. So go click down there, check them out as we take a look at the intro to I Was Made for Loving You. Okay, so let's take this one measure at a time. Before we get into the first notes though, we do have to talk about the time signature changes that are happening during this intro. We're playing 3 measures of 3/8 followed by 2 measures of 6/8. And that makes the first phrase, and then you play that again, and then we're into the beginning of the song. So here's how you count this. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that, okay? So that's how we're doing our time signatures. That's how the measures go. Now let's take a look at that first measure, okay? So we're starting in this F major shape, and we're going like this. That was the first measure. 1, 2, 3. So we start here. Your first finger is on fret 1 of the B string. Your third finger is on fret 3 of the D string. You're gonna pluck the D, G, and B strings with your thumb, first and second fingers like so. You're gonna hammer on with your second finger to fret 2 of the G string, like that. So that's 1 and. Cool. After that, take your thumb, play the D string, which is still fret 3, lift off with your second finger and play the G string with your first finger on your picking hand, and then go back to the D string, which is still on fret 3 with your thumb. Got it? So all 3 together, hammer on, and then we go 3, open, 3 with our thumb and first finger over here. It is fast, like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Cool. That's the first measure. The second measure goes like this. So we're playing in a C shape now. And the first thing we have to do is play the A, D, and G strings and hammer into that C chord. So our third finger is on fret 3 of the A string, and then you're going to play the A, D, and G strings over here. So the D string is open, the G string is open. Thumb, first, second finger, grabbing these 3 strings and going all at once, like that. Now take your second finger, hammer on like you did before, but this time obviously we're on the D string to make a C chord, okay? Like that. And you want to have your first finger ready in the C shape because we have to pick it in a second. So you might want to put that down before everything else as well. So that's going to be 1 and then we go like this. A, G, D, B, like so. Now I'm doing it like this. Thumb, first, thumb, second. Like that. A, G, D, B. Those are the strings holding the C major chord. Okay? So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. Just like that. With the first measure, there we go. Now we're on to the third measure. Here we're going to play a G sound, and it goes like this. It's very simple. We're just holding down fret 3 of the low E string with our third finger, and then going thumb on the E string, first finger on the D string. Okay, and then you're gonna kind of switch it so your thumb goes on the D string, your first finger is on the G string, and your second finger is on the B string. So the only note we're playing is fret 3 of the low E string, everything else is open. So it goes E, D, D, G, B. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. Like that. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Cool. That's measure 3. Let's back up to measure 1. Those are the first 3 measures of this intro. One more time. Great. Now here is measure 4. We're in 6/8 now. So we're playing an A minor sound, but we're only hitting the root and the 5th in this first measure of this A minor, okay? So we're gonna play the open A and D strings together like this. Hammer on with your second finger to fret 2 of the D string. Got it? Now play the D string, and then the A string, and then D, A. Okay? Listen. I'll count it out. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? It's very syncopated there. But it's only those 2 notes. Sweet. That's measure 5. We'll leave that for a second and attach it to measure 6 in a second. Let's go to measure 6. Here we are. We're playing a full A minor chord now. First finger on fret 1 of the B string, second finger on fret 2 of the D string, third finger on fret 2 of the G string. So here's how this works. We're going to go like this. That's the first part. We're just climbing up this way, but going thumb on the A string, and then we go first finger, thumb on the D string, and then first finger, thumb on the G string, and then second finger on the B string. Like that. It's got a nice feel going up those strings. It's really cool. So after we do that, that right there. So we're going A, G, D, B, G. The thumb is climbing up as we alternate our first and second finger. So it's thumb first, thumb second, thumb. Those strings again are A, D, G, B, G. All of measure 6 is going to go like this. Okay, now let's put that together with the previous measure. Nice. Okay, the whole first half, I'm going to play it at about half speed. Again, this is kind of fast, and I don't think I can play it and teach it like that at the same time. But here it is from the top, slow, so you can see all the different pieces going together. Here we go. One more time. Okay, now let's take a look at the second half of this. So at the beginning of the second phrase, we again start on an F major chord. Doing the hammer-on thing as well, so D, G, and B strings together, open, on the G string, hammer on to fret 2, so it's 3, 2, 1, and that's our F. Now, we're gonna do this. The D string with our thumb, and then the B string with our second finger. And then we're gonna jump down and anticipate the C in the next measure. So right here, this note, this C note here on fret 3 of the A string is gonna be on the and of 3. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, just like that. Okay, so the second measure, again, starts the same way as before. We're hammering into that C chord on the A, D, and G strings, just like that. So 3, 0, 0, hammer on with your second finger onto the D string, fret 2. Here we go. 1 and. Cool? Have your first finger go on fret 1 of the B string to make the full C chord, and we're doing just like we did before. Like that. So it's A, G, D, B. However you want to play that. Nice. And then we go to a G, again, just like before. This time though, we're going. So it's E string, followed by the D string, and then another D string, followed by a G string, and then a B string. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. Those last two notes are on the upbeat of 2 and 3. So let's put those first 3 measures of the second phrase together and hear how that sounds. Got it? One more time. Cool. So now we're on measure 4. Here we're playing a C major instead of an A minor sound. So we're going to be just hanging out in a C major shape here. And then here's how you play it. We're going to go A, G, B, 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 and 5 and 6 and. So that part right there is A, G, D, B, D, G. Thumb first, thumb second, thumb first. Like that. Let's put the other 3 beats as well. Like that. And that's all of measure 4. 1, 2, and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Or I should say 4 and 5 and 6 and. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and. Just like that. Nice. Here's the last measure of this intro. We're still on a C chord, and it goes like this. So, A, G, B, 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 and 5 and 6 and. That's going to be A, D, G, B, D, G. Just like that. So, all of measure 6 goes like this. Let's put measure 5 and measure 6 together. 1, 2, 5 and 6 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and then we jump into these two notes together, the A and the B strings, fret 3, fret 1. We're playing a C chord here. That's the beginning of the verse right there. So we're gonna do all the verse and everything else in the next video. Let's finish up this second phrase from the top, from the F. Here we go. That's about 1/4 of the speed of how it actually goes, but you definitely should practice it as slow as you need to get all of these parts down. One more time, the last phrase, and then we'll put both halves together, and that'll be the intro. That'll be today's lesson, okay? From the top, from the very top of this song. Get that down, crank it up, and then you'll have the intro to this song. So that's it. If you have any questions, you can put them right in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button too. My name is Shawn. I'll see you in the next lesson when we talk about the verse, all the chords, and all the strumming that we're gonna do in this song. All right, so I'll see you then.